Greetings, everyone. I am so excited, as usual, to be back here on Thursday. So, this is yours truly, Christina Williams, and you're listening to From a Woman's Perspective. This evening, I have someone that is so exciting to hear about. It's just a wonderful opportunity to have her here with us, and I appreciate the fact that she's taking time out of her busy schedule to have some conversation with me about some of the wonderful things that is going on in her life and some of the wonderful things that she is having ministry in doing in our community. So it is wonderful. Audience, Primetime Power Show. I want to introduce to you Miss Edie Owens. What's your nickname?
Gold. Yes. Hightower. Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
she is going
Yes.
to talk to you a little bit. We're going to have this conversation. I want to invite you into the conversation. If you have any questions, if you have anything that you want to add, just make sure that you email us. And Derek, would you tell them where they could email us and how they could contact us?
Feedback at primetimepowershow.com. Also, you can go on Facebook and Twitter. We're also looking at our chat. So that's Primetime Power Show. Just search. And on Twitter or Facebook, you can also interact with us as well.
Okay, good job. So, Edie.
Yes.
I'm excited that you're here.
I'm excited myself. Thank you so much. This is awesome.
Yes. So let's start here. Let's start. Tell me a little bit about Edie, and then tell me a little bit about gold.
Oh, okay. That's good. But before we go any further, I have to take a moment to thank God for this opportunity. And I thank him for you and the Primetime Power. This is just awesome. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm just smiling away. Like I think my cheekbones gonna hurt in a minute. But I just really, yeah, I'm so excited. And this is a good opportunity, and I'm just feel so blessed in my journey. And I just want to thank y'all so much.
We thank you.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So I'm gonna start. Let me start now.
Okay.
My mom, God bless her soul, awesome lady. She gave me gold first when I was first born. That was
Wow.
my name first. She said that I was a lump of gold, and she wouldn't change gold for gold. So,
Oh.
yeah. So she said she knew I would always have a golden heart. I didn't know that. I was a baby then. But my dad said that my name had to be Edie. And then that came afterwards. So my name would have been just gold, just my first name. That's would have
Right.
been it. But dad said I had to be named Edie. And it was after I was named after my older cousin. Yes. That was close to my mom and dad. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I am, my mom had 14 children. I'm 13 out of 14. 10 boys and 4
Wow.
girls. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you almost the baby. You was almost the baby.
Yeah, I'm almost a baby. That's all right. But
Almost.
I run all of them. Don't tell her
I
I
know
said
you. And listen, I know you, so I know you do. I know that you do. So listen, and you also have a famous granddaughter, and I think
yes.
everybody kind of knows her from media.
Yes.
And also,
Shania.
yeah. So Shania, listen, and Shania, I understand that Shania is going to Clark, and
Yes,
that's
she is.
where my daughter went. My baby girl went to Clark.
Awesome.
So when I heard that, I
Congratulations.
was like, yes, good choice.
Yes. So
So
I told my granddaughter Shania that she's not regular Shania anymore, that she has made these strides in life, that God has chosen her to be the chosen one. She might not understand it now because she's just 17. But
right.
the blessings are on her life, and he's guiding her footsteps. And we're so humble and so grateful for everybody for all their love, their support, and their prayers. Their advice and everything that come along the way for Shania. And we just pray that she's an inspiration to everyone. And it shows in our community, because it's a blessing for our community to see stuff like this happen, because you don't see this happen in our community, especially during these trials and tribulations that's happening in our city every day. To see a young lady persevere such as she. And there's so many other ones out there that are continuing to do their work like they're doing through all of this madness. Is awesome. It's awesome for what she's done. And I'm so happy for her. I'm so blessed for her, and her journey is blessed. And just to go to a HBCU, that's awesome.
Yes, just think how many children in the community and outside the community, because she's been on national TV, that look at her and say, you know what, if she can do it, I can do it. And that
Yes,
and the issue is that every youth in our community is not bad.
not
Um,
at all.
there are some that are really succeeding, and even those that choose and make bad decisions are not actually bad. They
That's
just
right.
made bad decisions, which causes consequences in
Hmm.
their life and in the life of others. And
Right.
so it is, if there is an avenue that we could ever take that would at least educate them to the point to know that they are golden. They are
Yes, sir.
wonderful, wonderfully made, and they are no mistake. And so I'm just excited about that. So guess what?
Yes.
We're going to get into this wonderful thing that I have been hearing about and I have not had the opportunity to do yet, and that is to go around with you as you go for community prayer. So tell me a little bit about why that was on your heart to start that. How did that happen?
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So last year, about in during the pandemic, my praying life just exceeded more and more and more. I'm just always trying to do more in my family, in my community. So I just kept praying to God and asked Him, "What else can I do to help my community?" And the answer finally came. They're telling me that God said you have to pray, and I'm like, I know I'm praying. I thought I was doing praying enough all day and
Mm-hmm.
thanking God for everything in my travels, going outdoors, in the house, wherever I was going. But he said,
Mm-hmm.
you have to go outside and pray more. And I have to be honest, and I mentioned this at my last prayer. I never thought that it would be me standing on a corner praising God and giving
Mm-hmm.
him the glory that he deserves. Because I remember as a child when I used to see people on the corners with their speakers and their Bibles and standing
Mm-hmm.
and shout, you just rolled by it and didn't pay that any of attention, none at all. But
Mm-hmm.
this is what's needed. And God put
Mm-hmm.
that in my heart. So, like in November, that's when I started to pray about it. And then it came to light in January. And I've been doing this since the beginning of January this year, 2021. And it's just been a blessing. So, every 2 weeks, we're in a different community and we're praying. And it's a strong hour of power. It's for people to pray, for people to talk, to give a testimony for anything that is happening. And it's so awesome. It's so enlightening. It's such a given, and I'm grateful that God chose me. I just
Mm-hmm.
never thought that it would be me, but I'm so grateful that He chose me, and I'm standing strong, and I believe in my word, and I tell everybody about how my mom used to pray so much with Louise Williams for over an hour every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't pick up on it back then, but it's strong and prayer works. And I tell people prayer works. I always pray for new beginnings for my family. I always pray God to bless my family in different ways. And for what he's done for my family and my granddaughter, oh my gosh. I have to
Mm-hmm.
I have to give him praise right now. And I just thank him so much. This is just so awesome. It's so emotional. And I'm getting ready to get emotional. I'm so sorry.
And it's all right. You don't have to be
Yeah.
sorry. Listen,
Yeah.
listen. We need to get emotional over a Savior and a God that we serve,
Yes.
because listen, and a lot of people didn't make it
Yep.
outside the pandemic. A lot of people did not, that are suffering today from the pandemic, of the things that they have gone through in the beginning of the pandemic, when we really didn't even know what it was and how it was going to affect our lives. But as wonderful as he is, he had a plan, and he has a plan, and nothing is done without reason. And so, and in that, let me just tell you something else about Edie. Not only does she have a great prayer life, and I think that because of your presence in our 51st ward, the 51st ward has really evolved, because there are a number of praying people in the 51st ward that has taken us from one level to another level. So I thank you for that too, because that's a very exciting thing. But Edith, Edie
Yes.
also does things like feed people. You had this wonderful event on your block where I saw all these tents and this food and all this stuff that was going on. So not only is she praying for our communities and our cities and going to these different locations, and people are partnering with her to show
Yeah.
up. It's not like that she's on this corner by herself. There are quite a few people that are on the corner that's joining her, but also she's feeding people, and not only feeding people but giving them some word. Now, not only is she doing that, she is this connoisseur of music, and having the ability to get onto a microphone and have people move around and have people to engage themselves in music, because music is universal language. And so I think that's the first time I saw you is
Yeah.
when you had the microphone and I asked you for the playlist,
Right. Yes. Yes.
because the music was so fantastic. So
Yes.
tell us a little bit about it. Is your family a musical family? I mean, do they just love music, or is it something that you acquired as you got older, and how you incorporate that into the community events that you have, and what effect it has on people?
I believe, just like you said, music has an everlasting effect on everyone. And me just being into music just comes from, like you said, from family, just family functions and family getting together. My mother always had these fish fries on Fridays, and everybody would come. So that's brought it out many, many years ago when we did this. All our family is so big, so we've always done things together in that sort, and music always played a part of it. But just me being on a microphone, that was just going. That was just it. It just came natural for me. Nothing particular happened to set it off. It just came natural to be on a mic, being brought up in church, doing things and saying, talking in front of people and giving speeches and everything. That came as a natural thing from just being brought up in a church life. So being on a microphone, just a natural thing to get people together. And it's just I guess it's just my passion to know how to draw that crowd in. And anything that I do, Christina, I always pray first.
Mm-hmm.
So I ask God to bless it first, and no matter what it is, that He put His blessings on it. And that's the only way that I know it's going to be blessed, and that He touches it and it's going to come out and it's going to be great. And I'm so grateful that every event and anything that I do, and I support people, like you said, with food. And that's just not me. It's with my organization, Partners for Success, or it's with the Fathership Foundation. It's with Melina Wims and the Giving Heart Ministries. And we all partnering together and doing these food distributions all over. So, and I love them for that, for me being able to support them and them supporting me. And then we just looking out for each other as a community and trying to bring each other together. And we want to continue to do that. And I just thank everybody for all, because it's hard work. It's a lot of work with putting these events together. But I thank everyone for all their time and their patience. It's like when you have a vision, and I tell my team what my vision is, and they help me bring it to light. And I'm so thankful for all of them. For the last event we did was for Mother's Day, and it was so beautiful outside. And I just thank everybody. Oh my goodness, that was so awesome. The mothers were so excited, and we had their sons to feed them and cater to them, and it was so awesome. So I just love everybody. I love the spirit of being around people, and keeping them happy for whatever the music may be. You'll find a music for whatever the setting is. So
Yeah.
whatever you're doing, the music will come in. And yes, I have playlists for all of them. And I'll be telling people, and this is the joke here, I don't care what you have. I got a microphone for every event. So they keep telling me, no, no, we don't need, don't worry. I got about 8 of them. I'll be right there.
And listen, and I already know because I've been to maybe about 10 of them
That's right.
where it was, and I remember on election day when we were
Yes.
out there, we was having a really good time
Yes.
with the music and all. So so I really know that. So guess what? So
Yes.
today, I was sitting here and a good friend of mine came past, Edith, and talked about how she knew you and all that kind of stuff. And so I told her that you would be on today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about you. So she talked a little bit about you. And
Okay.
so I was like, really? So she told me something about you at Bach and playing some kind of ball.
Oh yes. she
Oh,
she went way back.
yeah. So the thing about it is, look how, and I said that, and she, kind of went through some stuff. But the whole idea was to see the how you evolved
Yes.
and how you went from your different stages to get to a point to depend on God for everything that, even your breath, and that you woke up this morning, and then him ordering your steps, and you being
Yes.
obedient to the ordering of your steps, to not just necessarily to bless you, but to bless people that you have not even seen, or people that
Yes.
you don't even know,
Yes.
that recognizes the fact that you are blessed, and you and God's hand is on you, and the ministry that you have done. So, in saying that kind of stuff, I always like to be around people that is blessed. I always wanted to rub off on me some of the
Yes.
blessings that
Yes.
God has imposed. But the one of the reasons why I really wanted you on here, because I observe people. I observe a lot that's going on around me, and what and how it affects people that's around, that's just standing there, doesn't know, and all that kind of stuff. So I understand that there were a couple times, I think, that you were over at Malcolm X Park, um, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Weren't you over there for prayer?
Yes, I was. Yes.
Yes. And so what you did not, this is the reason why I'm saying that there are people that you don't even know that's listening to you. My in-laws live at 52nd and Pine.
Okay.
And so they gave me a call. They said, this lady over here, she's praying. She has all that, they're praying people too. They have all these people over, and they're
Wow.
praying and everything. I was like, really? I said, well, are you going to go
Wow.
over there? They was like, yes, we're going to go over there. So afterwards, they called, and they was, talking about the prayer and all that kind of stuff. And they said there was a lady, her name was Miss Edie. I was like, what?
What?
She's over there. Oh my
Oh.
God. So the Primetime Power Show is
Oh.
very excited for you, and we are very
Um,
supportive of you, and your journey, and the things that we're very proud that you have had the opportunity. You have touched so many people's lives. I mean, even people that you don't even know,
yes. Yeah.
um, that
That's
that
awesome.
that might have we don't the thing about it is, we never know where people are when we come in
Right.
contact with them. So we don't know if they were suicidal. We don't
That's
know
right.
if in fact they were going to kill someone, or they were going to take some drugs they ended up not taking. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Or
Right. Right.
and,
Right.
and
Right.
doing these things. And so the blessing is that, even not knowing that, your heart is still satisfied
Yes, it
because you
is.
did what God had asked you to
That's
do.
right. That's right. So, and I always make it my duty to pray for everyone who's even not there at that moment, who may have been on their way, that may have been
Mhm,
distracted for something, that may be
mhm.
on their porch or in their house, they can't get out. I'm praying for people that I don't even know. And I do this every single day. Like I said, my prayer is longer and longer every day. And I have
Mhm.
no problem with that. So I'm praying for other countries. And
Right.
listen to me. I'm praying every day, Christina, and this is no lie. I pray for Donald Trump every single day. And I
Yes.
didn't used to do that before. My
Mhm.
heart wasn't in it until I spoke to
Mhm.
my aunt. My aunt Bertha Lee Dudley from Alabama told me to pray for him. I
Mhm.
was upset. And I'm sure we all had our reservations about that, but she told me to keep that man in prayer. And
Yes.
that's what I have to continue to do. I pray for him. I pray for his followers. I pray for our congressman, our president, everybody, every day. I
Mhm.
had and I have to. My mama taught me how to pray, and she said you have to call their names out when you
Yes.
want God to bless them. So that's my ritual that I do every single day. I have to do it because I don't feel right if I don't. I
Right.
can't let it go by if I don't.
That's right.
It's just not within me not to pray for everybody, because like my mom said, somebody's praying for you. So I have to pray for my family. I have to pray for my community. I have to pray for people that I don't know. Everyone needs prayer, whether they're sick or ill, whatever they're going through. They may be homeless, they may be stuck on something, they may be depressed, going through abuse, anything. You just
Mm-hmm.
never know. And people need prayer. People need hope nowadays. So I'm praying for us through this pandemic. I'm praying that God lift us. And I
Yeah.
pray for the ones who got the vaccine. I'm praying for the ones who stuck in the middle. And I'm still praying for the ones who not made that choice yet to go and get it. So it's
Mm-hmm.
all right. I say I know it's all right, and I'm not the one to judge anybody. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But I'm still praying for you that you
Right.
find peace within yourself. That's your decision to make. And I don't hold no grudges against nobody. I'm praying for people in their homes and travelers. This is me every day. This
Mm-hmm.
is for everybody everywhere. And I touch my aching body wherever I'm
Mm-hmm.
aching at. I'm walking with a boot on right now, and I ask
Mm-hmm.
God to heal these aches and pains in my heel and my Achilles every day, and I'm touching it. And I'm
Yeah.
praying for everything and everybody all over that we get through, praying for our homes and jobs and securing jobs and opening up doors for everyone so we can be safe in our communities. Because like the man said, we shouldn't have to live in fear. That's not
Right.
what God wants us to do.
That's
So
right.
we have to keep praying. And I'm thanking God for our seniors in our community every single day. I'm thanking
Yeah.
Him for their advice and their love and their support and their guidance and being heads of their family and their households and holding it down, because we need these seniors. And it's a
Yes.
blessing to have our seniors in our community to help us gravitate. Oh my gosh, to talk to a senior. Wow. I
Yes. Well,
love it.
they have so much history, don't they?
Oh
They
my
have
goodness.
so
I
much, and if
love it.
we don't know where we came from, we can't know where we're
We
going.
can't know where we're
Right.
going. Yes,
Yes.
indeed.
So
Yes,
listen, this is
indeed.
what we're going to do, Edie. We're going to stop. We're going to have a commercial, and when we come back, we're going to find out how we can get in contact with you and how this whole rotation happens. So everyone, just give us a couple minutes. We have to pay some bills, and then we'll be right back. This is Dr. Christina Williams from the Primetime Power Show. Thank you, you guys. Thank you for hanging in there with us. This was an exciting evening, wasn't it? Um,
Yes.
and so, and so, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Gold to be able to tell you how to get in contact with her. If you would like prayer in your community, if you would like to be a part of praying with her and with the community and for the community, then she's going to give you the information. I need you to get your pencils and paper so that you will be able to remember how to get in contact with her. If you cannot and you forget or you don't have a pencil and paper, you'll always be able to get in contact with the Primetime Power Show to be able to get the information. So, Edie, you need to close us out
Yes.
with the information that's necessary.
Okay, yes. So my name, you can contact me. I'm Edie, Edie Owens, Owens 55 at yahoo.com. My number is 267-403-6701.
Okay, everyone. So don't forget to be in contact because Primetime Power Show is very excited about what's going on. We're going to see how we could support you in your media and how we could support you in being in our communities and praying for communities. So I thank you so much, Edie, for doing what you do and being obedient to what God's mission is for you in this life.
Thank
And
you.
I'm and there are so many blessings, and people are being so blessed by the ministry and your obedience. So thank you so much. So everyone, this is the end of the Primetime Power Show from a woman's perspective for this evening. However, I'm so excited to see you tuning in with us, and I ask you to tune in next week as we further go on in this journey